definitely a challenge for us. Not only is it a challenge for us on the floor and our competitors, but it's really a challenge in how we divide up and practice. Now we're not even close to where we were last year when we had 7 guys. So at least we're able to go 5-on-5, and that's still a blessing, a counting blessing. But right now we know for a fact we're not going to play Armand or Eric on Saturday. They've been removed from the game for Saturday. Most likely will be removed from the game on Monday. We do not know about the game, the first round game in Vegas. And that's just going with the medical staff. I met with them twice yesterday. I met with our trainer again this morning, and that's what we're dealing with right now.
Is McGill's knee again, or I'm trying to remember what he had before? Same injury, or is it something different?
McGill had a broken foot, and somebody stepped on the point of contact in the game. He is having major discomfort. So we'll have to see. When I say major, he'll tell you not, but when the doctor touches the pressure point, it's not good. So, you know, the conundrum is here, guys, that we play these guys, and then we lose them for conference, and we're just going to have to take our medicine while we're at it, because I'm not going to put these guys at jeopardy, nor am I going to put this club at jeopardy to keep these guys out of conference play. Both of these young men are in jeopardy of not playing the entire season if we don't do what the medical staff tells us to do, and we're going to follow them to the T.
Who do you envision taking over in McGill Armand's role?
Well, right now, that's our issue. You've noticed during the games we've had some substitution issues, and when this happens, guys, you've got to have somebody come off the bench and immediately contribute. If they don't immediately contribute, then you go to the next guy. Our faltering point right now is somebody else has got to pick up the slack. And I think we've got guys that can do that. They just have to do it. So I can't answer that question definitively, but I can tell you collectively it has to be somebody. And we'll just look at different lineups. The other night, you saw what happened to us right before we went in. I certainly I won't be as conservative with fouls, especially with the big guys, as I have been, but losing 2 perimeter players, we have to be a little bit more conservative with our guards, but we're going to try to do a better job of rotation. It'll look like a hockey game for a little while because we're going to try to sub our guys, keep them fresh as we can, but at the same time, I'm not going to be as conservative with Teague and Kavion as I was the last game. I wish I wouldn't have done that. That's on me. I made a bad decision as a coach, and we should have played one of those 2 guys more and picked up the 3rd foul instead of risking just putting both of them on the bench at 2. So I told you that in the post game, and I'll stick with it. That wasn't a good coaching move by me.
So that's your theory before is you usually don't play a guy with 2 fouls the rest of the half, no matter when it is.
That's correct.
But now it's going to be less conservative.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Because of the deficit we have in our players right now. We've always said if we're in the game, if we're leading or tied or in the game,
right,
which to me in the game is 5 or less, that we will not play those guys with 2 fouls.
Are they told to just play their game, or do you tell, well, watch a little bit, be more conservative in how you play defense and stuff like that?
Marv, I tell you, this is what we do in a timeout. We just tell them be smart. Don't get any stupid fouls. Show your hands, move your feet. Don't put your hands on them. You know, just no stupid fouls. No over the backs, no reaches, no grabs, things like that.
I didn't see a lot of hands on some of those fouls.
I don't want to go into that.
Okay.
I don't want to go into that. I'll just put it this way: we've sent in more clips in 2 games, or prepared to send in more clips in 2 games than we did all collection of last year. I'll just leave it at that.
What does your team have to do to rebound a little bit better collectively?
Well, our guards have to rebound. Our guards have to rebound. I can give you a stat right now. 3 guards had 40 blockout opportunities. 40 blockout opportunities in the game against Buffalo. 3 of the guards. 1 missed 27, 1 missed 23, and 1 missed 21 out of 40 blockout opportunities. So you can imagine what we've done the last 2 days. And we'll do today, and do tomorrow, and do on game day. We're going to block out.
Is that the biggest concern out of the first two games, is the rebounding effort?
Well, concern, I think, Darren, we can have all the concern we want coming out of Kentucky. I thought we didn't do a great job of blocking out, but you look at Armand and where his knee went out under. He's inside, he gets crushed, he's blocking out. We don't get the block out. We actually got the foul called on us. You could replay that if you want to on your network. But the Buffalo deal was, and we went into the game telling our guys all along, the guards are the best rebounders they have on the team. You have to block out. Guards are not used to blocking out as much, but that's one of the things that Buffalo does so well. Man, they send their guards to the glass. They do a great job, and we didn't do a very good job. So, yeah, that's a concern. Blocking out's a concern. I've never been concerned with us scoring the basketball. I'm still not concerned now. I think we can score. We got out of sync the other night because of our lineups, but I think we're going to be okay there. I'm really been impressed with our defense, guys. I think we're guarding our tails off. I mean, we just held a team that's to 62 points. It's a 3-time low, and I thought we guarded it for the most part at Kentucky. I thought we did a good job.
How much confidence do you have in Sean Lloyd as a stopper?
I think he's getting better. I mean, Sean wasn't the only one because of the way we play our defense. We collectively held their best player them not to 7 points. We're getting ready to find out who could stop guys. Because McKnight for Pine-Bluff can play. He's averaging 35 points. He's shooting 50% from the three and 91% from the free throw line. We're going to figure out how good we are defensively on a Saturday night against McKnight for sure.
He doesn't seem to be a big driver or a guy that earns like Reed Timmer like free throw attempts. Can Lloyd be a little bit more aggressive with him?
Well, Sean's not going to start on him. Aaron Cook's going to start on him because he brings the ball up the floor so many times. And we're going to send Sean to the glass. That's one thing, Darren, that's going to help us on rebounding. For the first 2 games, and we knew it. We practiced this way for a month. We've been getting 3 guys back. We're not going to do that in this next game. We're going to send 3 guys to the glass now. And I think that'll help us some rebounding-wise. But Kentucky and Buffalo were so good in transition. It's like when Kansas played Michigan State, I heard Coach Self at halftime say, shoot, we still can't get back. We're sending 3 guys back. So that's been our prerogative all along. But Aaron's going to start on McKnight.
Your transition, you had a couple opportunities, just drop the ball, or just is that just
18 points?
Has it looked better in practice?
I don't know if it's looked better because we're just beating the dog out of them with a big old dummy. I'm waiting for the football team to get finished with their season. I don't say this jokingly. I think we're going to put pads and helmets on our guys next week, and we're going to do some block out and some rebound drills with pads on. Coach Sutton used to do that. Coach Izzo's done that at Michigan State. We don't finish around the basket right now. I don't know why. I don't know if we're scared, fearful, whatever. We left 18 points at the basket the other night. We either fumbled them, we didn't score, or we flat out missed them, or we're worried about getting fouled and we're trying to avoid contact. So as soon as the football team gets finished next week, and we will not make that available for the media because it will be ugly, but we're going to put on shoulder pads and helmets, and we're going to do some layup drills.
Are you getting to the line enough?
No, absolutely not. I'm really upset about that. We are not getting to the line enough. The team that we play on Saturday night gets to the line about 21 times a game. We've been getting to the, 14 times maybe? We've shot 14 against Buffalo, and I think we shot 12 or 14 at Kentucky. I want to get to the line 20 to 25 times a game if we can. Now it'll be a little difficult maybe against Pine-Bluff to do that because they play a zone, but we certainly want to get to the line more. Sean Lloyd should shoot 8 to 10 free throws a game, in my opinion. Kavion should shoot at least 6 to 8 free throws a game.
What's the biggest gain from having played the likes of Kentucky and Buffalo here moving forward?
I'm gonna pull a page out of Coach Kill's book. Coach Kill's always said, I heard him say this after we played Ole Miss in football. Coach Kill says that you make your most improvement and your most gains in your first 2, 3, or 4 games. In football, it's your first 2. In basketball, it's your first 4. I think what we're going to find out, the best thing about playing this schedule and playing two top 25 programs, the best thing about it is you find out where your faults are. You wouldn't find those faults if you were playing a lesser opponent. So I look at that as a good thing. I look at that as good news. I think it's a hidden blessing, if you were to say. Because the bottom line is, guys, we've scheduled these games. I scheduled specifically one to get us prepared to win a conference championship. You know as well as I do, had we played a non-D1 with this group, that may be different next year when you lose 6 seniors. But with this group, with the mature group, we need to be challenged. I mean, we're getting ready. I mean, we're going to play, I don't know what Howard's record's going to be when they come in here, but UMass just barely lost to Harvard, and Harvard's really good. And UMass is going to come into our game with 1 loss. Nevada's going to be undefeated. Tulsa, they're going to have a winning record. So our first 6 games, John Locke was telling me the other day, we have a chance in our first 6 games to play 3 top 25 teams and 2 top 5 teams in your 6 games. So I'm hoping, got fingers out here, but that this will pay off. And I'm betting that it will. I really do. I think this will help us.
You shut down McKnight, do you shut down all Pine-Bluff?
No. I think, is it Jackson, number 1, was picked first team all-league. They've got another kid that comes off the bench named Doss that is just a freak athlete. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, good gracious, he's like Teak, but he's more perimeter oriented. So no, I don't think it's, but I do think it has a lot to do with it. I don't know if I would be as excited to play with McKnight. I was the teammates as much as anything, because if he touches it, it's going up. I mean, we have a saying, it's a scout report deal with YTYS. You touch, you shoot. He's a YTYSer. That'll be on the scout report.
Coach, just how badly do you need to win, to get on the board?
Yeah, I think it's the best Band-Aid there is. Yeah, best Band-Aid you can have, boys, is to win. You get their attention. I think we've got their attention. We took 7 hours of film work, and with the staff, not the players, because I don't want you to go back reporting. We watched 7 hours with our players, because we're not allowed to do that. We're allowed 4 hours. Just leave it at that. We've had a lot of teaching moments here in the last 2 days.
And if you could, just how big addition has Doug been?
I think he's been. Here's a big thought to me. When you've been fired, you know what it feels like, and it's absolutely one of the most humbling times of your life. I was rescued by Bill Self and Lou Perkins, and Doug may be one of the best assistant coaches that we've ever recruited against and coached against when he was in the Valley, whether it be at Illinois State or at Evansville. Not only that, but he also played for us. So he's a member of our SIU community and our coaching family. And because of the generosity of Jay Schaefer and his endowment, we were able to give Doug a little bit of money. Not much, guys. Not much. If you knew what we were paying him, you would laugh. But we felt it really important to come back and keep one of our guys in the business, and we are reaping the benefits out that on a daily basis. He has been nothing but a blessing to me, our program, and our players. So it is, and it's good to have another guy that you competed against in your league, and the eyes that he had not only on us, but also the other opponents. So we get a great advantage to that. So I'm just glad we were able to do this, and I'm glad Jay Schaefer was able to allow us to do this through an endowment fund. It really made it nice for us. Okay, guys, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.